Hi everyone, excuse me while I sip my afternoon iced coffee. It's a beautiful day here in South Central Pennsylvania, and I thought it would be a great opportunity to talk some houseplants with you guys. So in today's video, we are going to be highlighting the Scindapsus Pictus, also known as the Silvery Ann or Satin Pothos or Philodendron, you may also hear. So although you may hear this plant referred to as a pothos or a philodendron, botanically speaking, or from like a taxonomical standpoint, it's not. It is a Scindapsus, whereas, philodendrons are philodendrons, or pothos is epiprenum. So just a little fun fact, these are not actually related to the pothos, but they grow in very similar ways to pothos or philodendrons because they are vining plants, which make them excellent for hanging baskets, or you can use them as a climbing plant as well. They do have some root formation underneath the node, which would make them very easy to propagate, just like you would with any other philodendron or pothos. If you're interested in propagating this plant, I would just recommend watching either my Epiprenum aurum video, the golden pothos video that I have, or I have a specific propagation on the marble queen pothos that you can check out if you wanted to take cuttings of your Scindapsus, just apply those same methods. So you will take care of your Scindapsus Pictus in very similar ways to how you would a golden pothos or like a heartleaf philodendron or anything like that. So lots of bright indirect light will definitely do this plant good. And I would also be sure that you are not over watering this plant. They are on the more drought tolerant side, I would say. Similar to like a pothos or a philodendron, you are going to see some signs of dehydration, which would be your indication that you need to give it a good soaking. So that would include drooping foliage, or the leaves will go from a darker green color to a lighter green color, as well as like a wilting or a shriveling of the foliage as well. If you catch it early enough, just in that kind of sweet spot, then you'll kind of get a sense for when you need to water your Scindapsus again. If you let it go too dry, obviously then some of the foliage is going to start to die back. So I would recommend just using a general all-purpose fertilizer for these plants throughout the growing season, and dilute that to like 1/2 or 1/4 of the strength if you're using like a synthetic Miracle-Gro or something like that. I'm relatively new to the Scindapsus. I actually got this as cuttings off of online before I knew that there were greenhouses locally that carried them, and it is just now, this is the first growing season that I've had it since the beginning of the growing season, and you can see that I'm starting to get some new growth here, some new foliage. So we will see how this plant goes. It's a really cool, interesting plant, and I think that it has, that really pretty variegation on it, and it has like a velvety feel to it as well, so that's really interesting. But yeah, I think that's kind of all you need to know about these plants. I wouldn't recommend, exposing them to too cold or too heavy of temperatures, or too hot of temperatures, I mean. And humidity-wise, I haven't really noticed a preference for the Scindapsus as to whether they prefer more of a humid or dry environment. I would say I would veer on the higher humidity side, similar to like your pothos or your philodendron, because they are a subtropical species. They would definitely benefit from a little bit more humidity, but just regular house humidity should not be a problem. So yeah, everyone, Scindapsus Pictus, really cool vining plant, would be really great for a hanging basket. As this gets longer and longer, I will definitely go ahead and propagate this plant and then stick that into the top of the soil so it's not so bare up here, and that way I will get like a fuller, bushier plant. All right, everyone, I will see you all later. Bye.